My name is Clarissa Moon, my pronouns are she and her, and I'm here with some of the cast members from Transition at Valencia College. So why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Skylar, my pronouns are he, him.
Sam, they, them.
Jesse, he, him.
In a couple sentences or words, what is Transition about?
It encompasses the experiences of trans people and the people in their lives.
So the cast is made up of a very diverse group of trans and cis cast members. Cisgendered is you identify with the gender you were born with. What is it like to work with this cast?
This cast is very close. In fact, John, the other day, our director, John Dodonna, told us to spend some time away from each other.
He did.
Because you know those kids who stay after rehearsal and wait as long as possible to leave? And you have like a couple of those kids in every cast. It's like our entire cast moves from the stage to right outside of the theater, and we all kind of huddle and just spend as much time together as possible.
It's cool like to see different people in different stages of transition too, so like we can all relate to each other in a way. I want to say like I could be like a big brother or whatever. People can ask me things about the things that I've been through, but yeah, I think that's really cool. Like and to see people in the place that I was at, like 10 years ago.
This cast is so different because I can talk about being trans. It's so open. And I've never been in a cast like that.
For our viewers at home, the show is a docudrama. A lot of the dialogue and script was taken from a series of interviews done prior.
Yeah, so most of the characters are built of one of the interview, mostly. So my character is 90% based off of one of the specific interviews, and that's how each of ours go. But everything's kind of a conglomeration, but they're all real words that were said.
I feel like my character and one other person is like really just those two people.
Yeah.
I met that person. It's kind of crazy.
That's so cool. What was that like?
Nerve-wracking, like.
It is kind of scary. A lot of us got to meet our interviewees.
What did you say to them? Were you like, hey, I'm saying what you said?
Yeah, and I'm like, I identify with you so much. Our experiences are different, but like we feel the same way about a lot of things.
How about you, Skylar?
I got to meet my interviewee person last week, and it was super fun. It was crazy to finally meet this person whose lines I've been studying for weeks. It's like to put a face to the words is insane, and it is a lot of pressure. Being up on stage, and I don't think we were all completely off the book yet, so it was kind of like, sorry, I don't know all your lines yet. My person ended up crying at the end and was like, thank you guys so much for making me realize that this was all worth it. And I'm just like, that's so heartwarming. It's crazy.
That's
it just
lovely.
makes this process even better.
Good reaction so far, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
so far it's been really positive.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
We're super pumped, and we want it to go further than the school, take it places and take it into the world and send it for other people to do, and it's a community that needs light so badly. And
I know this is the Pulse community. Like we need this. The world, the United States especially needs this right now. And I just think this is such a revolutionary play. Like nothing like this has ever been done.
We're seeing people at different stages too, so it's not just like, oh, we're just telling one person or one type of person's story. We're telling so many different people's stories.
All the characters, they're all so different.
So Sam, as a non-binary actor, does that give you a lot of freedom, have you found?
It depends on the situation. It really does. I haven't been out for a while now, so I've been in a couple shows as being out as non-binary. I got to be in Evita at Valencia recently, and I got to play a man in the military, actually, ironically, a woman and a child of specific gender, and now in this show I'm playing a trans non-binary person. So it's an interesting thing where there have been times that I have been told that I can't do certain things because of the way that I present, and there have been times when I've been told that I am able to do more things because of the way that I present, and because I'm we call it pre-transition, but pre-medical transition. It's kind of like a funny place right now.
Would it be different for musical roles too because of vocal range?
Oh, don't even get me started on musical roles.
Because you're a singer too, so.
Yeah,
because I'm also a singer, so I understand where that's coming from.
It's a big thing that a lot of us look at as in transition that are also performers is, not transition the show, like the process.
The process, yeah.
But like a lot of people, you identify one way, so transition. Like when you get the chance, go for it, medically transition, but like there's so much that goes into that process of like figuring out like my voice is really important to me, and what happens with that, and performing, what happens with that. Do I lose those roles that I've always wanted to be, and kind of start a new dream with other roles?
And that happened to me. I put off going on hormones for months because I was a singer. I was alto too. Choir was my thing, musical theater was my thing, and I was horrified of going on testosterone and losing my singing capabilities, because you hear that a lot. But I've been privately training for years, and it got to a point where I was like, I can't keep putting myself through something so detrimental
Yeah.
to save a part of myself, even if I can't ever sing again. But you know, I'm 7 months on testosterone now, and I'm still singing. I'm still here. So don't believe the things people tell you. If you transition, you're gonna lose your voice. It's nonsense.
My thing was like getting out of the desert and into the sun. Like even if you're alone, like so you can maybe lose everything, you know, but like you have to be true to yourself. So is your voice your everything?
It's
Yeah.
true. Well, and it's puberty. It is male puberty.
Absolutely.
So it's a process. It's a process.
It's a process.
It's a learning process.
There's a lot that
Sounds like
goes
it's
into
working
it.
out so
Yeah.
far.
Yes, it is. It is.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it that people don't
There's
really
a-
think about.
Any other parts that people don't usually think about that we haven't mentioned so
Oh,
far?
we talk about it
There's
all
like
in
a
the
20
shows.
million thing. People don't realize dating as a trans person is so different because especially when you're pre-transition, it's like I'm being seen as female all the time. Are lesbians into me? Because it's like I can't date a lesbian. I'm not a woman. So it's just
It's hard on them too, though.
it is hard on them. It's
Also,
hard
does
on
that mean you're a
everybody.
lesbian now? Because like your boyfriend really was.
It's a hard place for everybody. It's just
But-
it's hard to
But
navigate.
gender and sexuality are two different things too. So just because you're trans doesn't mean that you're not like.
It's so complex. I feel like a lot of people would benefit from basic self-education.
And the transition is a good place to start for that because we literally go through in sections a lot of topics and then at the end we just lay it
It
all
sure is.
lay it all on the table.
What do you hope that people take away from the show?
That trans people are normal. We're not normal, but we're not normal in the same way that nobody else is normal.
Transition is a great conversation. Transition is a good way to start the show, but after that you have to keep talking. I think a lot of people don't talk.
Yeah, but this will open somebody's eyes to it.
It'll
though.
open eyes
It
and they'll
starts
start
the conversation.
that.
And I say in the show, I say start conversations and be there.
I would hope that transition could help just even one person, be them trans or a parent of a trans person or a friend or someone who's questioning even. I don't think it matters. I just hope it would help one person to figure out who they are and where they belong in the world. Speaking as a trans person, this show has done a lot for me and I'm in it.
Yeah.
We've had moments as a cast that are just breathtaking. So I would hope this would do that for at least one person who comes to see it.
Thank you guys so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you for
you.
coming
Thank you.
and giving us the exposure.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate it.
This has been Clarissa Moon talking to the stars of
Transition.